We continue our weekly land report segment with the American Society of Farm Managers and Rural Appraisers. Today we're joined by Mark Peterson, who is the immediate past president, boasting 40 years of experience in this field. He is the founder of Keefa Capital Incorporated, based in North Carolina, specializing in agricultural consulting and farm management. Thank you so much for being with us and for coming on today. And of course, you are the immediate past president. You bring a lot of experience to the table here, but we want to talk about something specific today, don't we? We want to talk about cranberries, such a staple during our holidays on most of our tables. But a lot of people don't know about the growing and marketing of that crop. Can you tell us about this crop and that graces our tables during the holidays?
Sure, Tammy. First of all, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I've worked permanent plantings for the majority of my career, and I find them very fascinating and a lot more complex in marketing and growing than, say, maybe some typical row crops in the Midwest. But cranberries they're actually a native crop of North America. 97% of them are grown by United States, Chile, and Canada, with the United States by far being the largest grower of cranberries.
Do they, from the pictures and video I've seen, do they grow in water, sort of like rice?
That's a common misconception because basically when you're seeing them in water, they're being harvested. They float to the top. Cranberries like very wet, sandy, acidic soils. And when you're seeing the harvest, that's really the prettiest time of the year. You have the colors of the leaves, but also cranberries are harvested under dry conditions, those being for the fresh market.
Let's talk about, I'm sure like any other agricultural crop, they are facing some challenges in this day and time. What challenges face the cranberry industry?
Well, you may remember several years ago, during the 1990s, they came out with this thing called the sweet dried cranberry. It's known by a trademark name by another company, but these really expanded the growth for cranberries, expanded the U.S. market and the global market. The cranberry is it's a niche market, and so when you enter this business, you're in it for life, if not generations, because it takes about 16 to 18 months to grow a crop. So when you're harvesting this year's crop, you're already growing next year's crop. So there's no getting in and out of it pretty quickly.
Right. It does sound like that's a longer growing process than what I anticipated. So what's been the market for cranberries over the past couple of years as a result of the increased demand, but a smaller crop?
Yeah, cranberry growers were suffering because of the growth in that production. But about 2017, 2018, the marketing committee said, hey, we need to cut back a little bit on this stuff. So they cut back the production. They got rid of some crop. But then this thing called COVID happened, which really, cranberry juice was flying off the shelf. And we had some smaller crops. So that actually has enabled prices to increase about 2013, 15 area from about $10 to $12 per barrel, a barrel being 100 pounds, to about $30 to $40 a barrel.
So interesting. Love learning about a new crop. I was raised on a cotton soybean farm in Louisiana. Needless to say, we didn't have cranberries, so this has been fun to learn about this today. That is the immediate past president of the American Society of Farm Managers and Rural Appraisers, Mark Peterson. Mark, thank you so much for being with us. Happy New Year to you.